Okay, I've got a 2013 Dodge Dart here. I'm going to be replacing this passenger side engine mount over here. I'm going to go ahead and show you what this looks like. Now, I'm getting a lot of vibrations here. In the last video, I took care of the one on the transmission side, but still getting a lot of vibration. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what this one looks like. Okay, so this is the engine mount over here on the passenger side. And like I said, between this mount, usually this one will be the majority of the vibration, but the one on the driver's side transmission can cause a lot of issues as well. Okay, we've got the hood up. First thing we're going to focus on removing this engine cover here. Okay, so I'm going to start over here on the driver's side. You want to get yourself a 7mm. Okay, and the first thing, we got a connector going to this engine cover, and give that a push down right there. Okay, we'll move that back out of the way. I'm going to come in here with our 7. We're going to get on this band. I'm going to go under this little wire. I'm just going to loosen that up. That should be plenty. Okay, over here on the passenger side, I've got a 8mm. Go ahead and loosen this one up right here. We'll just wiggle that loose a little bit. Okay, and coming down here, I've got a 10mm. So I'll completely take this out. Take our trim tool and we'll pop this coolant line right here. Get this vacuum hose. Okay, now we could take this out first, or we could pop the engine cover up and out of here. Just a second. Okay, so it seats down into those rubber grommets underneath pretty firmly. So just kind of wiggle this up and off the throttle body over here. Okay, now let's flip it over. I'll show you these are the little rubber grommets it's snapping into on top of the engine there. And as you can see, this part, so we loosen this band and this slips down over the top of our throttle body over there. Okay, now what we're going to do is lift this up. It's sitting down, and some rubber grommets as well. We're going to give that a pull up. Push our dipstick out of our way a little bit here so we can clear. Alright, so there we have that piece. So those nubs pop down into those rubber grommets down there. We've got two 10mm. On our overflow tank here. We're just going to get both of these out. Okay, now we're going to follow these coolant lines and free these up. They're coming off of the tank. I'm going to just free the small one from the big one. And I want to show you, we've got a clip right here that's going in to the same bracket right here the grommets are in for the air box there, so I'm gonna have to pop this loose. Okay, so I'm carefully prying on this. I'm kind of prying against the headlight housing, so I'm being careful. I'm kind of twisting it out of there. Okay, but we got that loose. Okay, now I want to, if these headlight wires were routed around here, which I don't know if they could be or not. Mine aren't. You would need to reach back here and take these loose, and you can't really see them too good without going in through the fender well there, but you can kind of reach around there and feel the clips. You'd have to unclip it here, and potentially the one up on the side marker there or whatever, and unclip those wires if they were running around this. And I'll show you the access on the fender liner there in a second. Okay, now right down here there's like a clip that grabs, you gotta lift up, it kind of pinches and grabs on that pinch weld here, so you gotta lift that up to free that part up. Okay, I have this fender liner down so I can show you, but there is an access point right here that you can go through to get to these connectors up here, but you can just push this, pinch this comes out, and then you got a big square that you can reach through. But I want to show you, grab this out of the way. Okay, so I'm in here in this fender well. I want to show you this clip right here that you may have to unclip. And there's one that's going up here that is very difficult to see, but it's up there. And you may have to unclip that if your wires are running around those pipes there. Okay, we now have this tank freed up. You can see where this little nub fits down in that rubber grommet on top of the mount, and this is all freed up. So we can just pull it, carefully pull it over here, and set it right here on the front. And here's a view from this side, so we just got it setting out of the way. And here is the rubber grommet that tank sits in. Now we're going to take our trim tool, we're going to pop this clip up right here. We got one on the side that we need to pop, and that just kind of frees that up out of our way there. And to make a little more slack, I can pop it loose here. Okay, next thing I want to take a jack and we're going to go under here and get underneath the oil pan area. I've got a block here too to kind of protect it. Okay, so here's my jack placement. I'm just going to try to get in the center there, and I've already put some tension on it. Lifted it a little bit so I can lift this up a little bit just to make sure that I've got tension that's not just going to drop down. Okay, all these are going to be 13s. I'm going to just start with this one right here. Okay, because it slides on this one, we don't have to take this one fully all the way out. Okay, and don't pay attention to the size of these on mine. They will be 13s on yours. Even though these are different on mine, these three should be 13 millimeters. Now I can't say for sure they all should be the exact same length, but they may be threaded different. So just keep up with where they came from. Okay, so here we have them sitting side by side, and you can really get a feel of the difference with these. You know, this one is pretty stiff. It does have some give, and I believe this is supposed to be a hydraulic mount. Now, by comparison, so you can see the type of vibrations, and this looks like it's separated from the back here. Probably wouldn't take much to just yank this completely out of here. It's not coming out, but it's pretty loose, and it's separated from the back part here, and this is all cracked. Now we need this little piece, and they've got a spot. Let's pop that on there. So this is 100,000 miles on that mount, so you see the condition of it. So if you're getting a lot of noises and vibrations, you might want to take a look at this. Slip it back down over this. I'm going to be using medium Loctite. Now I'm just going to kind of get them all going by hand. You don't want to, you know, start off with your ratchet, because you're going to cross thread your bolts. So we're just going to get them all started good by hand. Now sometimes you have to wiggle the engine. We're going to also get these started. And these are lining up perfectly. I've not had to really wiggle the engine around or anything, but we're just going to get them loosely, all of them loose, just kind of run the bolts down, and then we're going to tighten them all at once. Okay, we're just going to give them all a little snugging them all at the same time. Okay, I'm going to start torquing these. I'm going to go 45 foot-pounds on these three here. I'm going to go 45 on these here as well. I'll just get the back one. Okay, and this one right here going horizontal, we're going to go 37 foot-pounds. Go ahead and clip this back while it's handy here. I'll clip it back into the side of the strut tower. Go ahead and get our coolant tank laid back over here. And that's going to seat right back in that rubber grommet. Okay, we need to clip our lines back. Remember, this clips down here to this bracket. Okay, it may be easier to snap this little clip down in here first. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this air box back in here. So I want to snap it down into those rubber grommets. Go ahead and put our hose. Get this little clip back in right here. Okay, we're going to get the jack out of the way. Okay, let's work our engine cover back on here. Usually once it's on the throttle housing there, it'll just pop right on those grommets. It's got our 8mm. Need to put this on there all the way. Okay, so now we got it slid on there good. Okay, so I did drive this down the road, and I was incorrect in the last video saying that the transmission mount was the biggest part of the vibration, but it's actually this mount over here on the engine. It made a much bigger difference. Couldn't even tell really, you know, because I guess it had so much vibration that a lot of it did go away with the transmission mount, but just as much of a factor this one over here, and it wasn't even as deteriorated as the transmission mount. So this made a huge difference. No noises and vibrations, and all that completely went away. So if you're getting a lot of vibration, a lot of noise, and you know, can't figure out where it's coming from, it's going to be one of these two culprits right here. But definitely I would probably start with this passenger side mount. So that's going to do it for the video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. As always, I invite you to subscribe, and thanks for watching.